Hey there everyone, welcome to Sunday the 24th of March. Now today is National Cocktail Day. I'm thinking of the drinks, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and picked out 3 cocktails, and I'm going to pick one of the numbers out of a hat, and we are going to choose one of those cocktails for me to recreate just using what I've got in the craft things. And I do have a lot of fruits amongst my craft things due to the Miniverse series. So let's get started with the drinks that we had. Number 1, and I'll put the images up on the screen, or I'll try to, is a rainbow cocktail from purple at the bottom to red on top, and a skewer of fruits, strawberry, orange, what I'm taking is pineapple, lime wedge, blueberry and blackberry. That's cocktail number 1. Cocktail number 2 is a blue and green concoction. Blue at the top, green at the bottom. The blue looks like a bit of a slushy type thing, and there's kiwi fruits, obvious seeds at the bottom. There is a lime half nearby, as well as a kiwi fruit on top with mint. So that's cocktail number 2. And cocktail number 3 is an orange drink with a clear, sort of limey looking top, not limey, lemon looking top. And there is a lime in the drink, a strawberry in the drink, a lime wedge and strawberry skewered with mint. So they're the 3 options. Now I've gone ahead and I've put little cocktail 1, 2 and 3. And I'm going to fold them up, scrunch them up, and then I'm going to put them in my hand, jiggle them about, and the number I choose, oh, one fell on the ground. Let's choose the one that fell on the ground. It is cocktail number 2, which was the blue and green one. Oh my gosh, so excited. All right, well, give me a break. I'll go and collect everything and let's recreate cocktail number 2. Well, I had to go through a massive pile of resin, but I found this to mimic this picture, and these are the blues, purples and greens. However, what I did is the cup that I have picked out is rather tiny, and so mainly I'm only going to get a few drops, so if that, some bits and pieces really. So what I've got to do is a really blue, and then, which is going to have to be this blue here. Then I'm going to have to pick a grape. I'm going to choose this one just because I've only got 1 of this and I've got 2 of this one. And then a sort of pinky one, which I'm going off the lids here, which I'm going to have for this. So there, 3 are out of contention. This water one's just a clear one, so I'm just going to go straight in to this. Oh, you kind of need a little, that one. Oh, I'm not going to choose this one. I'm going to have to choose this, and this is probably the greenest I have, which sort of works because the bottom is green, but it is not that, so we're kind of going in this color. If anything, I've got to take out these 2 colors and do that, and I might put some clearness in there just to try and mend those 2. So as I mentioned, I've only got this little cup here, and so I'm going to be using toothpicks. So I'll get out some toothpicks and do that. Now the ice I have is, this is some really coarse ice. I thought I could chop up some of these sort of little ice cubes, but I think I might only do 1 or 2 just because I don't want to fill the cup. I've got this sparkly ice, but it's really quite chunky, or I can use this shaved ice, which I've got. The other option in this new one is this one. So I'm going to try and chop up one of these, but I'll probably use this ice. This one's just a bit too fine, and I want to use more chunks so I get the colours, even though that will take up space. So that's my decisions on that. So we'll get rid of these ones because I've made my choice on this. So they're out of the place. Now, in regards to the fruit and mint, so I've got some mint here, and they would be quite good. I have some kiwi fruit, and in order to make it a little bit more stick-like, I'm using some weed, but I've also got some kind of stick here, and I want to use some other mediums other than just plastic there. And I'm also going to add some blueberries, so I was thinking of chopping up some of that and that in order to fill out the top and the bottom, and then I'll probably only use the shaved ice in the middle. Anyway, let's see how we go in doing this. Fingers crossed. It's such a small glass, it really is a big mini challenge. Alright, so let's start with the green bottom. I'll just move that out of the way. So we'll try to do this, and that's not working. Well, alright, we're not using this. Let's try using a little bit of this, and I am going to open this up first, and oh, look at how beautifully coarse that is. Yep, that's what we want. So we'll try and use some of that, but we do want to try and cut one of these. I want one that's got, yeah, I'm going to try this one because it's got it out on the outside, and I want to do that. Let's try if this craft knife, look, see, that cuts through. So mainly I'm going to go ahead and just cut it through into tiny little chunks that hopefully you can see the seeds. It keeps bouncing around everywhere. So we want the black seed area. There we go. And cut it up. And cutting it up more. And there we have some, whoops, there we have some chunks. And I don't know whether the other bit went. So we want to do it where we can see. And look, it is quite fine. But there are little black chunks. And hopefully we can get them and see them. So I don't know, can you see, where's the camera? There it is there. Can you see how you've got the little black seeds? So that's what we're trying to actually get. And you can, oh, far out. Where did that bit go? Joanna, don't be so silly on the seeds. All right. See the little black seeds there? Let's try again. All right. There we are, being ever so careful. And I'm just going to chop that bit off. So we only want the black bits to be visible on the sides. And that one's got a, oh, fruit. Literally, it's fruit. There we go. And this bit. Well, it's kind of a little bit monotonous, this bit. So let me get it in there, and I'll just pause it for a second while I find bits and pieces. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Put those little bit of chunks in and make sure the black bits can be seen. Hang on a tick, and you can sort of see there, that's what we want. Alrighty, so that's in the bottom at the moment, and we want to use our bright green. So yeah, we're going to use this green, which is the Caesar dressing. It's not very translucent, is it? That's going to make things hard. So mainly I'm going to use this green, which I believe is translucent, or I can use the olive oil. No, this one's going to have to be it, I think. Alrighty, I need my little stick. I got them here a second ago. Hold on. Alrighty, so I have a toothpick here, and mainly what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this end of the toothpick to put in there. So we will kind of want a bit more than that, and we need it for it to drop in there. This might take a while. Oh, there you go. Yep. See how there's a drop on the end? I might not be able to. Oh, so we had it drop in there. I don't know if you can see how green it is, but there is some in there. So what am I going to do now is I'm just going to push the ones with the seeds around to the side, and just so we can get that in there. And there we go. There is around the edges, you can see the black dots. So I'm going to quickly go and use my UV light to save them in there. And we're done for the moment. And green. Do I use some more of this green? I might. So this one here is olive oil green. This one. Hey everyone, so I have some olive oil green, and this one, although the red cap has a much more sort of greeny texture to it, hopefully you can see that, more so than the Caesar salad. So I'm just going to drop some in there, and I've got to get a huge bit out. Oh, look at that. That is green. What have I done wrong? Yeah, we might be fast forwarding this bit just due to the fact that it took me so freaking long. So what I've really learned is resin's a bitch. So if you've been able to see, you can see the green bits at the bottom. And now it's time to do the really pretty. Now I've learnt my lesson, and what we're going to do is add in the coarse crushed things. And what we really need to do is kind of put in the crushed and then some purple. So I'm going to use this to actually, I've got my purple here, my grape, and I'm just going to open it. Again, I'm going to, and I'm going to use this because it's got the little flat ends on it, the coffee stirrer stick, and sort of grab some out of there. Oh, that didn't get any. Oh, look at that. I need to stir it up. Oh, I should have kept that bit because it was vividly purple. Ah, there we go. So I'm going to put it on here. And then it's looking pretty good. Then I'm going to dip it in here, add some of this ice. Again, I'm so bad at this, but we're getting through it. So we're going to grab this, and we just want to dollop in a bit of it, and we want the chunky ice. And I need, see, I can dollop it in all I want, but it's got to go and want to stay there. So we go. Ah, look at that. Oh, so why didn't I use the thin one side the whole time? Oh, I'm learning. That's what we're doing. We're learning. And I try not to muck up. Oh, there we do. So there we've got some chunky purple bits. And I probably should have added some bits in there to be chunky and green. Doesn't really mesh very well, does it? Because see how that's got a clear one? I might take that out, put it back on here, and add some clear. So we want, this one here is sort of a green. Yeah, that's sort of a green one. So if we put him down in there. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can tell, but it sort of just adds a little line. Let's clean up my sticks and get back in here and add the purple. I want to add it in a way that doesn't just drop like that. Yep. Okay. Oh, there we go. And we're going to add the purple. Look, we're going to add that. We're going to add the light. Sorry, I'll do it over here. I just didn't want the resin to be affected. And can you see that it's sort of added like a green to purple? Hopefully it looks a little bit better. So then I want to add some more chunks, and I'm quite happy to do, that's the rice vinegar, we want to get him out of the way. We want blue, and we're going to go straight to this blue here. And I haven't, there, look, that looking very blue. Oh, and it's so easy to get out too. So we're going to put that in with the thing. Oh, look how much easier that's getting. And I want to put a little bit more of that in there, but I also want to put in, not probably way too much, but I need to put in an intense purple. So I'm going to try this grape jelly one. I know I said I didn't have much of it. Oh, look at that. That's what we want. How beautiful is that? And then I could just add the blue on top. So we'll put this one in here. Oh, there's the purple. So I probably don't need all that, which means I'm going to try and save this resin for another day. And then I'm going to clean my little stick up and then put some of the blue on top. Now the blue, I haven't cured the purple yet, and I'm okay with that. But what I'm going to do with this blue is I'm going to chop up some blueberries, and here are the blueberries. So let me clean this up and come back. So I'm not going to tip this on the side because I actually tipped it over, but to really blue it up, I have some blueberries here, and I'm going to find the darkest ones and actually put them in the top so it looks like it. And then I'll do some sprinkling of the shaved ice, and oh my gosh, why can't I get this open? Here we go. So I'll choose the bluer ones, which I'm going to get my little trusty knife, and I'm going to hold them so that they don't fly away like the kiwi fruit did. Yeah, but that didn't work. And here we go, put them on its, there we go, edge. So give me a second, and I'm just going to cut up the blueberries. You can see, but I've chopped up some blueberries. It's probably a little bit hard, but there we go. So I chopped up some blueberries. So I'm going to put this in the top of my, after all that I got one. And what this is going to do is it's just going to make that top layer as blue as I can. Now I don't want that, well, the little ice will be fine. And then, so that kind of adds in a little blue layer. Shouldn't be doing that. So, oh, that looks pretty good. I actually think I need a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to put more in there now because I want to work on the top with the ice, and I'm going to have to cure it pretty quickly. So let's get, and I have another kiwi fruit here, and I'm just going to try and trim around the edges, but there's no brown on the edge and there's brown on this edge. So what I actually have is I'm going to see if I can make some sort of edging for it. Let's see how I go. Let me clean up what I've got here, maybe chop up a few more blueberries, and then try again. All right. So what you see from the still of this video is that I tried to use brown paint and some old bristles of an old oiling brush to make the edge of the kiwi fruit brown, but it really didn't work. The cut on the kiwi was bad and the bristles were even worse. So I've cut this bit out and we'll go straight to the next bit. So I've cut up a few more blueberries and I have some leaves here for the mint. Now here I have just the tiniest of stalks. So I tried to use tacky glue, but it really wasn't working, so I've decided to use resin to get these leaves attached to the stalks here. I also didn't edit out some background noise or pause the TV, so here I am trying to do it. So I'll use some resin and I am just dabbing it on there, and I will put some light on it. Oh my gosh, look at all that on the mat. Looks like a crime scene. That must be the resin and the alcohol not cleaning it up. Alrighty, so as you can see, that's stuck, and we will go ahead and do another couple more leaves off camera. And here I am ready to go with my leaves and blueberries to put in the top of my glass. But I've cured in this. I've got a few more bits and pieces here, and I'm going to put some resin around here and a tiny bit of the old ice, or the ice that I've used, and that way it looks icy. And then I can add this bit of blueberry and make sure that the rounded bit is up. Ugh. Make sure that the rounded bit is up, and that way there. I've got one more little mint leaf, which I think is actually a basil leaf, but it suits the purpose here. And I want to put him right in there. Man, I do want to do it. After many minutes of fiddling, I left the extra leaf off, added some extra blueberries, and continued on. The only thing is, I kind of want a sprinkling of ice that doesn't soak so quickly. Hey there, well, we did it. Our little cocktail. I think he looks like his counterpiece video. I'm pretty happy with it. We have the mint, aka the basil leaves, the blueberries, the ice, the kiwi fruit, which I went and sanded the edges to kind of even out, but also make the edges look a little bit fuzzy, so I'm pretty happy with that. We've got the colours transitioning. It's probably not as green at the bottom as I'd like, but it's still pretty good, and you can see the black seeds of the kiwi fruit. So in addition, just for a little bit of fun, I made the fruit skewer just from the other cocktail. So I would say that is a pretty successful craft time. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you for the next video, and happy International, I'm going to make it International Cocktail Day. Thanks, everybody. Bye.